Howdy, everybody, and welcome back to the KalamariCast. It's been a while since we've uploaded a video, and it's a really long story. A lot of equipment,
month and a half long hiatus.
A lot of equipment failures following finals. Long story short, we wanted to get back into giving you the KalamariCast a lot earlier, but we've been having some problems. So we have a bunch of new machines, and today we're going to be showing you Portal 2, which did not just come out. It's been out for a little while.
These are the most recent reviews. We give you up to date news.
So besides the fact that it's been out for a little while, we wanted to let you know what we think, because to put it plainly, I love this game.
For those of you born under a rock, this is a puzzle platformer in a nutshell, if you wanted to put it into a genre, because it's not really I guess there is action, but it's not, action focused. It's mostly focused on the puzzles and everything.
If you were born under a rock, we mean no offense.
We mean no offense. All of our viewers, all of our 100 viewers so far. If 3 of you happen to have been born under a rock, well, no offense. And so
if you're familiar with the Portal games, it's puzzle-based games. You have 2 portals, which when you put down both of them, one leads into the other, and you have to just solve these puzzles that no two are completely alike. Portal 1 it was fairly simple in terms of how many aspects it had. Portal 2 took everything Portal 1 did and brought it up a notch. You'll find that there are quite a few new. The cubes are nothing new. However, the way you use the cubes and the different types of cubes are much different. And as you're about to see Hubert here jump onto one of the aerial faith plates. There is still a lot of flinging yourself with the portals, having to jump off of things in order to send yourself flying, but occasionally they add these aerial faith plates in order to make yourself fly to begin with.
These are the light bridges, another thing that they've added to the game. From the last game, mostly, the puzzles came from, you had a couple, I think there was a couple lasers, you had the block here and there in the original game.
There?
Yeah, I think there were a couple. It wasn't, I think. What was the one? Yeah, there was. Or the orbs. They had the orbs that were launched around, and you had to block them or send them into the capture things.
You're right. There are no orbs in this one. It's the laser. You're right. The orbs were Portal 1, and lasers are Portal 2, as well as light bridges. You'll see in a little bit all the goos.
Yes.
That's brand new. And we won't tell you much about the plot. It's amazing a puzzle game actually having a fairly in-depth plot,
fairly substantial plot.
Yeah. There are a bunch of characters. Well, if you've played Portal 1, you're familiar with GLaDOS or
they took an hour-long game, what was Portal 1, and somehow made a sequel and added 10 hours plus of gameplay.
Yeah, if you thought that Portal 1 was amazing, it just ended a little too soon. Fear not, because Portal 3 Portal 3 took us 2 hours. Yeah. Portal 2, if you play it straight through, will take you anywhere between 3 to 7 hours, depending on how quickly you solve the puzzles.
If you're new to the mechanics, it might take you 10 hours.
Are you listening, Valve? I already have Portal 3 on the mind.
Exactly. So, yeah, if you're familiar with the mechanics, it'll take you maybe 4 hours to beat the game, maybe 6, depending. Because they do add
single player alone.
Yes,
we're talking about single player.
Single player alone. So
which we'll get to multiplayer later.
So I think this is the first level where they introduce. Oh no, this isn't the first level. What am I talking about? But this is one of the levels that involve. Well, this is the first world that involves the goose.
Right. It basically
it's broken up into 3 different worlds.
The best way to describe it, I think, is there are basically 3 games the size of Portal 1 inside Portal 2.
Right.
If you were to break each of the main chapters up into time, it would be 3 Portal 1s. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Right.
because you have 3 separate, basically, large plots or large events that happen in Portal 2, and each one of, as you go through the levels and the puzzles, in each one of those 3 events in Portal 2, each one of those events is as long as Portal 1. So you basically have triple times the gameplay.
Right. And again, that's only the single player.
That's only the single player. And it's gonna take you longer because each time you have one of those events, they introduce a new
mechanics.
A new mechanic
that you
into the
get used
game.
to.
Exactly. So it takes you a little even longer.
Oh, I think I do 360.
Do you? Do you?
Woo! Oh, yeah.
Almost. Yeah,
Almost. That was like a 270.
Close. Very close. The characters, I love Portal 2's humor. Portal 1, all the Portal's humor was fantastic. It's very dry. It's great. Not too many games make you laugh out loud at what they're saying.
I know they got in some trouble for the adopted jokes, I think.
Yeah.
But I think they have to understand that was part of GLaDOS' character and that she is an evil, maniacal robot.
She brought that up in Portal 1, didn't she?
I think so. Or just that she, like...
It just wasn't quite so heavy.
Quite so heavy. It wasn't like, oh, look, you're adopted.
Yeah, they... I mean, it wasn't exactly funny. It was a interesting character.
Right.
She did that. I think she did that in Portal 1.
Right.
And so she continued it, but... And a little bit of it was funny, but in the long run, I thought... I won't tell you much about his character, but what really, really got me as a great character and just really added so much to the game was Wheatley. Yeah,
Stephen Merchant. Many of you might know him from, I think, the Ricky Gervais show.
Right.
I think that's what he's from.
Among other things.
He steals the show in this game. The humor that he brings to this is incredible. Oh. And they improved that. That was one of the problems with Portal 1.
Bringing the items
when you brought the items through the portals, you'd like clack the wall,
stuck, right.
and like the cube would go in like one direction. You're like, no. And those were the tractor beams, I guess that would be, or
yeah, yet another new addition. There are so many. I mean, it's. We played Portal 1 and Portal 2 in fairly close proximity to each other.
Yeah, I got Portal,
so it's hard
Portal
to
1, still alive for Xbox Arcade.
Right, which is again, it's on Xbox. We didn't actually say it, so it's on Xbox Live. If you feel like picking up Portal 2, but you want to, I mean, it's not. Of course, it's not necessary for you to pick up Portal 1 in order to understand what's going on in Portal 2. However, it will help.
It will.
If you want to go for the plot in a puzzle game, which sounds silly to say, but
the plot doesn't link, so there's not really much story you miss.
Yeah, the plot doesn't link, but you're familiar with what's happening. You're familiar with the characters and all that.
With GLaDOS.
With GLaDOS, basically, that's about it.
GLaDOS.
I've never actually heard anybody say her name, so I'm not sure which one it is. There is, just like in Portal 1, where there occasionally in some of the levels you had to do some really quick and precise portal placement. This one is a good example. First, you transport yourself over a endless crevasse, and then you have to transport a cube over an endless crevasse by using these tractor beams. And you have to. It's kind of nerve-wracking the first time you do it. There's a couple levels like this. When you place the tractor beams in order to catch yourself, it's a little nerve-wracking.
And you have to mind yourself, make sure you don't fall to your doom.
Right. So they upped the level. So, Portal 2 multiplayer.
Oh. Wait, who am I playing?
I forget it. I forget his name.
Was like. This person.
This person has no idea they were about to be
recorded,
entered into KalamariCast Hall of Fame. Yeah, you can play on live. You can play split screen. Split screen's a little ugly when you're looking on a YouTube video. So we decided to play some multiplayer,
random live.
Yeah, and Portal 2 multiplayer does a really good job of turning all of the regular puzzles into this. It's the same exact mechanics, just you have to use
plus 2 portals.
Right. 2 people with 2 different color portals. The one player Atlas, they're robots. The one player Atlas will have the purple and the blue, and Peabody has the yellow and the red. And there's
This is me going, put the damn portal over there. I'm like, catch the stupid thing and put the. This is the problem though. I think this
when you're doing it over live and you can't talk to the other person.
I think this is the problem because this guy seemed fairly experienced, as though he'd played the co-op, but he was maybe 2 fractions of a second slower,
right,
in terms of thought processing.
And it was the most frustrating thing you had ever done.
And I'm sitting there like shooting at like when it comes up here, and I'm shooting at like the wall, and I'm like, put the goddamn portal over there. Put the goddamn portal over there and catch the stupid fluid. And like
you can mark. They knew what they were doing. You can mark things as he's doing right now.
Right.
The eyes. You can say, look there. Put a portal right there, right where I'm pointing, right there. You can be.
And then I'm like, okay, now put a portal there. And I'm like, no,
you already did that.
I'm like, no. And then eventually I go up there. I'm like, you, hey, mister. I'm like, you.
If you want something done right, do it yourself.
I think it was like
you just go press the button.
It was like Zoe something.
Yeah, Dark Zoe,
Dark Zoe,
something like that. Dark Zoe, if you're watching, go over there. Dark Zoe, if you're watching, subscribe. You're our new friend.
And I'm like, put a friggin'. Oh, this is frustrating. And then
you there you go.
And then I'm like, look,
there you go.
But then I'm like,
mechanics.
and then I'm like, see, now you stand here, and then and then the first time I go over, when I'm like, see, and that's the problem
we've done that.
If you if you're playing with a friend who hasn't played this before, and you have played this, I think this is the one problem. It's I guess
so hard to keep.
and then I miss like right there.
It's hard.
Because
word to the wise.
They're like, it's because the person will get mad at you for not letting them solve the puzzle themselves.
Exactly.
And you will get frustrated that they don't know what to do immediately.
Exactly. So, play the multiplayer with somebody who's already played the single player, and play the single player alone. Portal 1. I played in all of Portal 1 with you watching over my shoulder going, no, you're doing it wrong.
No, you're doing it wrong.
No, you do this. And I'm sitting there going, no, let me do it myself.
Because I'm like, wait, put a portal there. And you're
Yeah,
like, no.
but then I played Portal 2 before you played Portal 2, and I had a real hard time keeping my mouth shut. Half the time I had to leave the room just because I would say, no, you're doing it. I know. Practically raising my hand saying, I know.
Who's calling me? Dark Zoe.
Dark Zoe.
And I was like, and then
Portal, basically Portal 2.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Portal 2. There's a bunch of things like the having to make your partner fall infinitely and then launch them that way. There was a whole lot of really creative things. Yeah,
that was awesome.
A whole lot of really creative things that you had to do, and I think ultimately. I think in our rating system, if you're used to our rating system, if not, you should watch our Crisis 2 review. This would be a 4. I think this would be a keep and play forever. There's only one problem with it. There's only one problem with it.
I think replayability is a problem
because you know it.
If
you play it once,
there's the gestures.
All the gestures you can do with your teammate. If you play it once and then let it go for a while and forget the puzzles, that's great. That's basically what you have to do to play it more than once.
Right.
However, absolutely recommend this game.
Yeah, definitely.
And just a fantastic game. So much fun to play. The humor, everything about it was just fantastic.
Especially if the price goes down from $60 to like.
No, it was 40. It was
it was
new.
40.
It was 40 now.
That's when I bailed on him. Peace, Dark Zoe.
So thanks for watching, and subscribe as always, and comment, and let us know what you think. And if you have one you want us to review, let us know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.